Yes, dear students, dear aspirants, art and culture for prelims 2021. You should have an idea what all you have to study, what all you need not to study in art and culture. You have to prioritize some topics, some modules in art and culture if you really wish to score from art and culture in the prelims examination. Now, here this topic is, that is UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. They can ask different types of questions from this. UNESCO World Heritage Sites and their locations or their salient features, their categorization in match the pair type of questions. UNESCO World Heritage Sites and their classification or their salient features in statement type of questions. Okay, so have an idea about these UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India and their salient features, their location, etc. Okay, first of all, you have an idea what exactly UNESCO World Heritage Site. UNESCO World Heritage Site is obviously it's a site. It's basically a site or a place which is having some special cultural or physical significance. It's having some special cultural or physical significance. Okay, so this site, World Heritage Site, can be anything. It can be a city. Jaipur city being made into this UNESCO list. We have seen it. Okay, so it can be a city, it can be a mountain or a monument, or it can be a lake, or it can be a fort or a complex or a forest or island which is having some special cultural or physical significance, or any site, any place which is having an outstanding universal value to humanity, having an outstanding universal value to humanity. Okay, so that is exactly UNESCO World Heritage Site, and obviously we know that, and it is maintained by UNESCO, that is for identification, protection and preservation of such a cultural natural heritage which is having some outstanding value to humanity. Okay, now here, some popular World Heritage Sites in India. You should have an idea about this. This is important for you. You should have an idea what all these World Heritage Sites in India. We know that Agra Fort is there, Ajanta Caves are there, archaeological sites of Nalanda Mahavihara, then Buddhist monuments at Sanchi, then Chambaner Pavagadh Archaeological Park, Elephanta Caves, Ellora Caves, churches and convents of Goa, Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, okay, Fatehpur Sikri, Great Living Chola Temples, group of monuments at Hampi, group of monuments at Mahabalipuram, historic city of Ahmedabad, hill forts of Rajasthan, group of monuments at Pattadakal, Humayun's Tomb Delhi, Khajuraho group of monuments, Mahabodhi Temple Complex Bodh Gaya, Mountain Railways of India, Qutub Minar, rock shelters of Bhimbedega, Red Fort Complex, Rani Ki Vav, then Sun Temple Konark, Taj Mahal, architectural work of Le Corbusier, then Jantar Mandir Jaipur, Victorian Gothic and Art Deco ensembles of Mumbai, then Jaipur city. Okay, these are some very popular, yes, UNESCO sites in India, and these natural sites are there. Okay, see, have an idea, the 7 natural sites and 1 mixed site is there. Okay, these are the very popular UNESCO sites in India. Now let me show you how the question being asked. Okay, this is Ajanta. Ajanta is being inscribed into this list, which is UNESCO World Heritage Site. This is Maharashtra. Location is Maharashtra. Sometimes UPSC question would be like this: heritage site and their state or their location. So match the pair type questions. So Ajanta, Maharashtra. Then architecture, sculpture, painting. Ajanta is a blend of this architecture, Buddhist architecture, Chaitya Viharas, Buddhist sculptures are there. Okay, Buddhist sculptures, which is from mostly from these Jataka tales. Sculptures are there, paintings are there. Paintings also, it is revolving around Buddhism, which is revolving around Hinayana, Mahayana Buddhism. So this is a blend of architecture, sculpture, and painting. It's basically Buddhist cave monuments. These are mostly dedicated to Buddhist art, Buddhist architecture, Buddhist sculpture. And it mostly evolved, its most golden age is that is Gupta age. Okay, this is the best masterpieces of Buddhist religious art. It's having Chaitya halls are there, and viharas are there. Chaityas, viharas. Chaityas are Buddhist prayer halls, viharas are residential halls. Okay, so it's a combination of chaityas and viharas. Now, just have a look into the question. How the question is being asked here. Which one of the following is not correct about agenda? Which one of the following is not correct about agenda? This is the question. It's mostly Jain cave monuments. Itself is not correct here because I said it is Buddhist cave monuments, Buddhist caves. Okay. Sorry. So this is Buddhist cave monuments, not Jain cave monuments. Your answer, obviously, A is your answer. Second statement consists of chaityas, viharas. It's a correct statement. Gupta's patronized Ajanta cave art. That is again correct. It's blend of architecture, sculpture, painting. That is also true. So you are not correct statement or answer here is, which is first one. It's Jain cave art. It's not Jain cave monuments. It's Buddhist cave monuments. Moving on to Ellora. Again, its location is Maharashtra. Now, why the location is important? UPC can ask a question like this. Ellora is regarded as the like agenda of Himalayas. If such a statement is asked, you know, Tabo Monastery is regarded as that agenda of Himalayas. UPC can ask a question like this. This particular site is regarded as the agenda of Himalayas or Venice of the East, something. See, if such kind of the tricky things are there, you should know the location so that you can easily trace it out. You can easily eliminate. Okay. So Ellora, this is belonging to not to Himalayas. This is belonging to the Indian state of Maharashtra. Yeah, evolved from 6th century to 10th century AD. UPC can ask a question like this. Yes, these Ellora caves are patronized by Vijayanagar rulers, or they were evolved during these Vijayanagar Behmani rulers. So you know that Vijayanagar started from 14th century AD only. Okay, you see, Ellora, that was 6th to 10th century AD. So that timeline is also important for you. It's a combination of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism. You can see Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism. I mean, the art of Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, you can see that. Okay, the architecture, sculpture, and paintings belonging to Hinduism, Buddhism, and this Jainism. Okay, all the three religious denominations are there. Main patrons were Rashtrakutas, Kalachuris, Chalukyas. UPC can ask about the patrons of these various cave architectures, various schools of painting and sculpture. So here Rashtrakutas, Kalachuris, Chalukyas were main patrons of this Ellora cave architecture, painting, etc. Cave 16 contains Kailashnath temple, that single monolithic temple structure you see. Okay, that Kailashnath temple. So that is cave 16 itself is that Kailashnath temple, which is carved out of a single rock. And it was built by Rashtrakuta king, which is Krishna first. These are basic features about this Ellora. Now there is a question. Which one of the following is correct about Ellora? Which one of the following is correct about Ellora? It's regarded as the agenda of Himalayas. It's wrong statement. You know the location here. It's not to Himalayan states, it's to Maharashtra. Am I right? It was patronized by Bakka and Harihara. Bakka, Harihara, founding fathers of Vijayanagar Empire. They were belonging to 14th century only, not to 6th to 10th centuries AD. Okay, so that is why second statement is wrong. Now, cave 16 Kailashnath temple built by Chalukyas wrong. It is built by Rashtrakuta king Krishna first. Patronized by Rashtrakutas, Kalachuris, Chalukyas. Fourth statement is absolutely correct one. ABC statements are wrong statements. Okay, so build up the conceptual clarity so that you can score well in your art and culture part also. We have art and culture course for you, both online, offline. You can go for the demo classes, watch it, and if you find it useful, definitely you can subscribe the course. Like prelims test series, prelims crash courses, and mentorship programs are also there. So make your preparation, or you strategize your preparation for prelims 2021, and make your preparation hours productive, useful, effective. Have a strategy, have a schedule, and hit your daily targets. Okay, so be positive and work smartly. I mean, put your hard work in a smarter way so that you can crack prelims this year. All the best. Thank you.